Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Thursday, February 1st, 2024, and it is the first day of Black History Month. Black history is every day. Women's history is every day. All types of marginalized communities being acknowledged on different days is every day. But this is the day that the country rather, sets aside. And I have to do something in the background here because wonderful Instagram, not me, is acting up this morning. So let's go and see if we can get ourselves back up on well, there it goes. Connect stream to software. Okay, so we're going to end this one. Oh, I can't believe this. Preview, connect stream to go live. And of course I can't. So I think we lost Instagram this morning. Let's see what happens. But it is okay. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on over on Instagram. It will not let me even end the live. So for those of you that are on Instagram, it was stalling earlier. If it's an issue, sorry about that. But good morning, everybody. Let's go in and see who's in the Java Cafe this morning. It's just me. I'm going to have a quick shot this morning. Sister Debbie, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Michelle, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Anthony, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Listen, it is Black History Month, but in a couple of weeks, we're going to talk about Black love from different perspectives. And on Friday, February 16th, Anthony Davis Sr. and Anthony Davis Jr. are going to come in and talk about father and son love. And so we're looking forward to that. Pastor Marion, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Mama Java, excuse me, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Anthony is saying happy Black History Month. Pam, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Buenos dias to you too. And Ma is saying hi to Anthony. So I'm waiting on the computer to update or to sync some files because last night, as you all saw, I was at Grace by Nia again. And let me tell you folks that, yeah, they did their thing again last night. It was crazy. And we had the winner of the second season of The Voice was with us last night as well. And so I'm trying to just, wait on the wonderful sync to happen so I can try to show you guys the videos, and slowly but surely it is coming up. One thing I want to continue sort of giving some commentary about in reference to one of the topics we talked about yesterday was that the CAS has been officially designated as the location where those that were migrated to this area, our brothers and sisters that were migrated to Massachusetts, it's there. I seen a picture this morning of the cots and the beds that are there. And I did speak via text with one elected official, and they said that their major concern now is what's up with the other programming. What is the plan? There are only 2 other facilities in that area that have the capability, have the physical facility capability to absorb some of the program. That's the Shelburne and also Roxbury YMCA. Now, they have programming. So there's a trickle effect from this thing. And it's just very interesting, to say the least. So, we're going to have to see. I'm speaking to this as a voice in the community, but I'm also a resident in the area. Stone's throw away from where this is. One light, one block, a block and a half up the street. And so what is the impact also, not only on the programming at the cast, but the community? Are the folks there? I talked to a parent yesterday that's like, I really had no concern about my child in this neighborhood because everybody knows us and knows my child. And that doesn't negate, and let me be clear, I am not saying that generally we have to be concerned about our brothers and sisters from other places just because they're from other places. However, parents said this to me. Folks that are in that situation are in survival mode. And I was going to say, well, yeah, clearly the plans that are in place now, if we're in this muck, in debate, talking about it, why couldn't they go anywhere else? And was there another choice? I seen something in the media that said that the state had no other choice. I'm not sure. So getting back to my point, there's an impact. And Tashad is saying that she lives in the area as well. I live there too. It's going to result in further strain to an already under-resourced area, unfortunately. And Tashad, if you will allow me to use as an example, on a notion, you'll see where I'm going with this. It's said often that Boston is not under-resourced, it's unorganized. And in the vein, and not saying this just Tashad made me think about this, there's a lot of back and forth on social media and within the punditry of Boston and Mass Poly of when did folks find out our elected officials. I understood yesterday that someone mentioned to me that the governor said, and I was supposed to get the clip, that folks knew about this. So, there have been meetings. Shout out to City Councilor Tanya Fernandez, State Representative China Tyler, State Representative Russell Holmes, who is out of this district but is a voice in the community, and also State Senator Liz Miranda, who've had a couple of meetings and Zooms about this. And so, as I said yesterday, I spoke with City Councilor Tanya Fernandez via text, and so we'll figure out a way to get her to come and give us sort of an update. And it may need to be, maybe they need to rotate weekly or something and give us an update of what's going on. And they have their, own platforms, Twitter and stuff. But I venture to say that as much as many of us are aware of this, there's a lot of the community that is not. And so there's a lot to be considered. The decision is made. Same elected official I talked to, they said, listen, I'm not back planning. What are we going to do from here forward? And I get that. So let's go back into the comments. The shot is saying, absolutely, the people need to be housed, but there's a whole state and area funds and space that could have better accommodated this. That is a large sentiment among many. Pam said, time to get creative and maximize on our facilities, BCYF, the universities, even the actual workout fitness centers. Don't get me started. Absolutely, Tasha, Pam, but here's the thing that's interesting. And please don't perceive me as being a pessimist, but just this is reality for a lot of folks. Folks are on routines, jobs, pick up after school. And RCC is probably an option. And other schools, but in the vicinity of where maybe some young people walked to go to, the gym there. There's conversation now. I heard someone say that that's the only pool in the area. Right now, the plan is for the facility to be turned back to quote unquote. Same elected official was like, nope, I don't want my facility returned back to normal. I need a new one, upgraded one. And so right now there's a hope that the facility will be returned to regular programming in May. If you ever worked in government, you know that there's a notion in government that things are hurry up and wait. And so my hope is that with some of the community pressure, and I have to say, same elected official said there's some support for the and we, I believe generally we do support, as Tashad said. Our brothers and sisters need some place to live and not to be crowded up in that airport and everything like that. But there are larger facilities. There are communities in Massachusetts. Now, trying to go back and forth and be balanced. Large population, Black and brown people. What facilities are in predominantly Black and brown areas where there would be maybe some presumed sense of community among folks that look like them? Maybe. But it just, I don't know if not bad taste. It is very concerning the way in which the expedition, from our perception, the expedited decision was made. How I perceive elected officials in their responses, this slapped them kind of quickly. And so getting back how I got here to Tashad's point is there are resources. We are a resource-rich city. And often that is when people say we're resource-rich but organization poor, a lot of times it's in the vein of nonprofit work, activists and whatnot. Well, that's across the board, municipal, state, county, and certainly federal. A lot of resources, but the organization and then come on, let's unfortunately keep it 100. There's personality stuff that goes on, you know, with some in any type of leadership, pastors, elders, elected officials, presidents, vice presidents of companies and corporations and things like that. So the unfortunate sad part about this is when those things, Pam, I just saw your comment. When those areas, decisions, and dynamics have huge influence on people's quality of life, those dynamics and things need to take a back seat. And the priority of what's best for as large of a population and pool of the humanity that your decision will impact, you need to take that into consideration. There's some gives and takes for different elements or different humans with you considering humanity. But listen, I don't know. So I got to go back to Pam's comment when she said May of what year? I again, no cap. My perception of Maura Healey is that she's feeling some of the heat and going to figure it out. Let's also keep it one. I just had this thought. Winter is on its way out. Spring and summer is coming. People are getting ready to fly into Boston to do college visits. People are getting ready to fly into Boston, to Logan, to get ready for spring break, a couple of months, coming up to look at universities, coming to visit family, graduations. This is a university-heavy city. I'm pondering how much weight was put into this decision based on, now, folks need a place to stay. I'll just say it like this. A result of moving these folks to the Cass Center now leaves Logan different from what it was when 600 some odd people were camped out there. Where are you going, Jimmy? Just say what you're saying. I just wonder if tourism and whatnot was considered in the expeditious decision to move these folks. And then let's give the governor some fair. With whom on her cabinet has she consulted? Black, brown, Latino, anywhere where these countries are represented. There's a perception that a large population of these folks are from Haiti, but they're all not. And so wherever these folks are from, who in the cabinet can inform? Who is in her ear about the impact on the community? We have the Black Massachusetts Task Force. There's a lot of things to be considered. And I guess I have to go back to the same said elected official. And it is frustrating because in the notion of, okay, it happened, now we need to move on and plan. That's a little frustrating. For those of us that know dynamics and things and are in this, political space, we're just aware of dynamics. And it just is. Let me get back to these comments. Thank you. Tashad. Got me excited. Optics. The optics. Mama Java says she agrees. It's, because the footage I saw when they were, laying up against the wall and whatnot, people coming into, Logan, it's like, oh, what's going on in Boston? So I want to see them housed in Newton and Milton in places that affect more than just us. It's easy to help out when it doesn't affect you in your personal life. Well, that part. Rob, that was Rob there. Good morning, brother. Heidi said they are always impacting our quality of our lives. Real, what's up, brother? I'll just say, y'all keep real. Just say traveling mercies, and we'll just leave that right there. Mother's board, all right? Heidi, let's remember this when it's time to vote. So this is the thing that equity and Michelle. I can hit end stream. Equity in relocation. Equity for those being relocated. Equity for those to where those that are being relocated are being located. Sounds interesting, but I like that. I must be at the wrong terminal because I haven't seen anything regarding our brothers and sisters who have been misplaced, because I believe they. So my understanding yesterday was I got invited to go to the press availability, but I had GBH, and I'm going to talk about that yesterday. Crazy. Couldn't go because I did reach out to the governor's office and I said, hey, you might want to consider having the governor come on and let's have a public discourse about this, and maybe one of the other elected officials with her. And so, yeah, they were up there yesterday. Real, I don't know if they were picked up last night and are there. I don't know. I'm going to tell y'all at some point, y'all know I'm going to walk up the street with my phone, see what's going on. It takes me all of 4.5 minutes, maybe, to get to the cast. So definitely not trying to go in because we don't, there. Oh God, there's just so many factors that and dynamics that are a part of this. And one of the sad factors is that we as a community are yet left again with like Mom, the rest of the mother's board, but you get this WTF, like, and not at one person, not one entity, any and everybody that within our state had influence, decision-making power, the ability to mobilize and rally. I said it yesterday. One of the reasons that they're not in Watertown, Worcester, Newton. What's one of them W Western towns? Chicopee. Well, one of those W towns that we talk about. Because when notice would come out, now, a lot of them, rural, don't have big facilities, don't have the infrastructure for 600 folks. Less, we haven't even, I don't know if the mayor has made any comment or said anything. It's a state facility, but the city's being impacted. And so where there are facilities and infrastructure in other cities and towns where people vote a lot and participate in the electoral and civic process, PTA groups and whatnot, y'all hear where I'm going, they wouldn't stand for it. May not be the best way to put it, but they wouldn't. And, oh, God. Elected officials often know if they piss off a large voting bloc demographic, it played right, wrong, or indifferent. It plays a part in their decision. It does, top to bottom. City council, president. CNN had this whole debate the other day about how much is President Biden's decision around responding to what's going on. I don't want to misquote, with three brothers, I believe, black men, two black men, I believe, and a sister from Atlanta. Someone commented on Instagram the other day that were killed. Is his decision being politically motivated by what he's seeing in the polls? Come on. They said no, but let's keep, come on. It does. It's not right. Well, I wouldn't allow that to be. I would keep it 100. What I think, well, what's going to be the impact and what are the voters going to think? At the end of the day, I'm going with what's best for the largest part of humanity that is being impacted by my decision. I'm not trying to go here too much today. Keys wouldn't say, though, to those that W towns are far more racist and wouldn't create a safe community for immigrants coming here. I'm popping into this right now. And Keys, that is a point that I've said before. So, and Kelly Russell is making a point about the Seaport and the Hines have space. This is no cap. There are a lot of factors that the state has to take into consideration. I said, Keys, to your point yesterday, was some of the thinking maybe large portion of folks, black and brown, and we also don't want to put them, to Keys' point, in a space where if they go out for a walk or something and they're going to be taunted. So that's real too. Again, a lot of factors. But with the bewilderment of a lot of us, as in, was there somewhere else, and what type of Massachusetts is a first, an innovative, trend-setting state. Like, what could we have done differently that would have produced the best results for all parties not involved, all parties impacted? That I word, not involved, impacted. So, all right. Nicole said Randolph has a community center. Just saying. Pam is saying, I was thinking about what we did for COVID and all of the emergency stations we created. Declare a state of emergency. That, call up the Coast Guard. That activates certain things. Anthony, this is my concern. These people could end up being criminalized or in a system as a result of just existing in those communities. And that is the balance that both Keys and Anthony is bringing up. And my hope is that maybe that was a contributing factor in the state's decision. But Boston is a hub. Boston is the capital city. Boston probably has the most resources in the state. But there are other parts of Boston, I believe, that could have been quickly built, to Pam's point, like COVID. There are so many things, y'all, that just are crossing my mind around health screening, therapy, space around that, sanitation. Are they being fed there? And then you can't lock 600 people up in a mini sort of stadium. So how are they getting out, getting exercise? Are they walking up and down Washington Street being bewildered? There are so many. MLK Boulevard and Washington Street are major throughways. So there are so many factors that play. And to Anthony and Key's point, more likely being criminalized or assaulted or being victims of racist activity. But here, the density, and then we got to now think, okay, food, if the state is not providing food, and right now I'm understanding it's housing and shelter. So where are they getting food? If they have the resources and funds to, and hear me, to run the Popeyes around the corner down the street, Fort Hill Bar and Grill, all the way up to Eggleston, the economic impact of the businesses. Parent said to me yesterday that, folks are in survival mode. And so if you don't have money and you got to eat, especially if you're a parent, there's just a lot. I got the little twitch and headache over my right eye. So look, maybe turn my hat wrong. I'm going to move on a little bit. It's just, and I said that, Domingos. I said that. Rachel Keys, rather. Anthony Davis, exactly. That's my first thought, especially when you think of how many immigrants have come here and created such fruitful communities. Good point. I think I got everybody. Kelly, how are we not utilizing the same space that were instant? Pam and Kelly, y'all saying the same thing. James, contact Reverend Hammond and ask him to come on and share why Melina Castle was chosen and what he thinks about the decision. It like I said, the elected official said there was some, support, and some think it was a bad decision or not well thought out decision. And actually saw Reverend Hammond a couple of months ago. There's there is oh God, I'm struggling. Pastor Marion, thank you for that point. We'll think about that. We need to hear from the governor. We need to hear from the governor. Yes, she's been on, media and whatnot, and I'm getting better. The dialogue that she and I would have in reference to this, very few mainstream Latoya, Kawani, could have that type of combo, but we need to hear from the governor around this. Other elected officials as well. And so I can see and presume some of the points Reverend Hammond, maybe he was on a Zoom or, in the media, Pastor Marion. I can presume that there are some being hospitable and considering that therefore the grace of God, there go I. Listen, with what is going on in the Republican Party and where this man may pick up the nomination and just the potential of he who used to occupy the White House, trying to occupy it, catch that again. Talk about therefore the grace of God. Y'all, we better be sure that we ain't trying to get in somebody else's country. Not many days hence. All right, I'm getting too far out there. Let's talk about some good a little bit. They bring food to them. Fort Hill Bar and Grill will be one of the businesses that will be providing food. Okay, Domingos is on the has been on the Zooms. And so Domingos, thank you for that update. Maybe we needed, Community update. Rob, where are the funds to house them and transport them coming from? The state. Probably some emergency funds. Naraki, good morning, beautiful. Good to see you in the room. Kelly, how are they accessing services? Where are the kids going to go to school? How is this going to impact local? Kelly, these are all the questions that we've been pondering. The community, elected officials, the governor of the state as well. And it just, Tashad said, we need to hear more than I. So I saw that. Oh. There is broad statement. There are always choices. I struggle with that because, again, we don't sit in her seat. We're not aware of what cabinet level folks are reporting up, and governor's not there at the facilities, and I'm talking about state-owned facilities and whatnot. She's dependent. This ain't just her. Mayors, governors are dependent on their cabinet people. And depending on the authenticity, the truth of what's being reported to them, they make decisions. And so, again, giving some balance, graceful balance. But this one, yeah, I'm struggling with that notion of no other choice. Heidi, this is why why they dump stuff on us. Listen to the convo we're having. Who are these people? Have they been vetted? Our children are in that neighborhood. Parents said that yesterday, Heidi. He said, what do you think the governor is going to say? We are cutting costs so many social service So I saw a email from Tina Sherry yesterday that in the 9C cuts, the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute may be potentially impacted. And so Tina actually texted me about something else. We need to figure out the timeline of getting her on to talk about in case folks need to rally to make phone calls. Well, I can tell you right now what you can do. Call your state representative, call your state senator and say, sir, and some of what I understand in the notion of some of the cuts is that, this funding is for one time. Well, people only die once. And people are still dying to violence. Tina also moves beyond just homicides, gun-related homicides. And so with COVID and whatnot, she's expanded services. Her and Dee Dee's Cry. Let me tell y'all another resource. Unfortunately, I've been aware of a lot more suicides lately. Toy Burton, Dee Dee's Cry, is doing in the same space of what Tina does. So just as a resource, keep that in mind. If by the worst, someone dies by, we don't say commit no more. We say dies by or died by. Because commit, as Toy taught me, with all that person was dealing with, the responsibility goes back on them. And it just at that point, they just, so anyway, don't want to get too far out there. Keys, I can't believe you. All right. So Michael, you about to it's almost McKinsey this solution, but Boston paid for just the 2.99 day plan, not the full 200. Just a little bit of shade this morning. McKinsey, you're gonna have to school me about that one. Domingos. Anytime there's money to be made, folks are willing to help more like cash. Domingo. They need to hire you for trash disposal. The 9C cuts are an absolute nightmare. We're losing funds for food stamps and such. Oh, Jesus Lord. Heidi said, I told you I'm headed to Costa Rica if Orange Man gets back. Domingos, please clarify 350 million for the cast. Pam, we as a community will show up for these families, absolutely, and we'll figure it out. I can't even begin to imagine what they're going through. So many of our families experience this coming to the U.S. on their own. And that is, oh God. That's a known factor. And I'll just leave that right there. If anybody is going to embrace this community, we are. Yeah. Thank you. Pam perfectly agree and said something, similar yesterday. Yeah. Tashad. Clothing donations are being solicited. And let me say something there. Gently used. New if you can. Don't send the mildewed, piled up in the trash, fresh out the laundry or out the cleaners. As Pam said, they're already going through enough. Sorry. Y'all know that's a sore spot for me. More and more people are doing this, and it's worth looking into. And which part, Tashad? Tell me, more people are doing which part? Domingos, the company managing this is from out of state. They seem already to have who they are been working with. AK. Now, Domingo, you've been on the calls. I'm going to read your statement again to make sure I understand exactly what you're saying. The company managing this is from out of state. They seem to already have who they are bringing in to work, aka make money off of this. It's 9:40, Jesus. I need to talk about GBH and last night. All right, every time I feel the right twitch, headache type thing over my right eye, I know I need to. There are models, people, leaders that I think, are capable within state that, okay, I'm just going to move on. My company is taking them back and forth all over the state for various different appointments daily. It seems like a gross abuse of funds from whoever is making these decisions. Wow. Kelly, I have no grace. Kelly, how you really feeling this morning? I have no grace for this. This disconnect between the politicians and the community with lived experience is why so many of us are disillusioned. Kelly, this is real. That's sort of that sentiment where I'm like, yet again, and as I said, WTF. Sharon Cornelius. Good morning. Good to see you in the room. Domingos 450 million state budget cut. So we had, if I understand Domingo's comments, we had a 450 million state budget cut, but 350 million. Domingo, clarify for me. Did you say that 350 million is being committed to this cast? Just Tashad. You're right, Jimmy. We don't sit in her seat. It's a huge responsibility, but at the end of the day, you're working on behalf of the people. So if the people are expressing real concerns regarding decisions being made that affect us, one sentence ain't gonna cut it. So here's another piece to that, Tashad. Even when the people are saying, and those that represent us have to represent us with the same energy that we're giving them. And I'll leave that there. Heidi said, Kelly, I'm with you. Keys. The hard part is these 9C cuts, there is quite literally nothing the senators and reps can do. Nobody can make a rebuttal or appeal the governor on this. Keys, thank you for the quick civic lesson. Yep, and all the photo ops with smiling faces over the years. Oop. Nicole, nothing good can come from a rush decision. Domingos, 2,400 ODs, 3% increase in deaths in the Black community. Now, balance to that, Mingo, is I rode by Atkinson twice. I think I said it when you were on before. And I looked again yesterday, and I was like, and it's very interesting down there. But we are a top population, I believe, still Black males across the state. Believe me, I've tried. It's like I'm trying to find a way. Yes, James, 350 to house. So I've seen sentiment on social media. And I think that we can't, this is not an invalid sentiment. We got homeless people right here. We got people that are oh Jesus, I was not going to cuss. I was going to say struggling, food insecurity, struggling with food insecurity. That have been here. And so it's just, again, when I get the right twitch and headache, I need to let it go, because that's when my brain is trying to make a square peg fit into a round hole, and it doesn't compute. I literally, y'all, got a headache. And that's why we keep getting dumped on. Our people are going through too. Absolutely. And Heidi, we give the balance of, electoral process, PTA and whatnot. People working, people trying to live. All local groups like I and E and Rianne. Who's that? Mike. I believe Pastor Marion is agreeing with Pam about the peace. We as a community show up for these folks. And we will. And that's just what we do. With all that Heidi's talking about, all that we're going through too, at the end of the day, folks. Now, let me tell y'all, don't be cooking and taking food down there. All right. Do the nice, gently worn clothes donations. Think about the time of year. It's still winter, spring is coming. I'm sure there's all ages, all sizes. So if anyone has a link or anything, Keys, Tashad, Pastor Marion, you mentioned, or whoever mentioned they're doing a clothes drive. If you have a link or anything, please put it in the comments. Yes, Ma, stressing a little bit, but I'm good. I really got a headache now. Tashad, expatriation, unless that's a typo. Phonetically spell it out in your next comment, please. Y'all know I'm real. This was a good convo. Tashad, thank you. Team told me yesterday, they were like, Jimmy, yeah, you on by yourself. And that's what we used to do. I think I had text Miz and said, old Java today. I really got a headache. My mom thinks I'm crazy when I wash the already clean clothes that I'm donating, but I just put myself in it. Sis, like, thank you. That's real. Oh, hold on, y'all. Nicole made me just think of something. One way or another, we're going to try to end out with some Black joy. So I'm going to do that at the end. Yes, Tashad. I heard you say it too. We needed this outlet. I'm vexed. Keys. Also, I'd be intrigued to figure out who is making money off this. No caption needed. A list of Black businesses was given to the state, waiting to find out who was contracted. This is something that, Domingo, are you a member of BECMA? This is something that people like Nicole, Obi. I don't like what I just heard. People like Nicole Obi, Tony Richards with the Black Task Force and others pushing, hey, Gov. There. Oh, Jesus. My right leg is shaking, so y'all know I'm going through it. BPS is setting up emergency shop to help register the babies. I must say, I do appreciate the thought and intentionality I heard is being considered at BPS. Like the city's going, one thing about us as a people, Boston, and our mayor and Skipper and whatnot, they're going to make sure that they're in the back room. I'm sure Michelle and the governor have had some interesting phone calls. I'm sure their teams, the mayor and the governor may be okay, but I'm sure their teams have been like, trying to figure it out. I won't say I'm sure. My experience would lead me to suspect that may be potential, but they're working it out. And so, Pam, thank you for that balance. All right. Rachel, listen, my 2 cents on the headaches. Get away from the screen. I've been hearing that the past 2 weeks from folks about mine. Yes, ma'am. Y'all keep keys in your thoughts and prayers as well. Just a health issue, nothing major. I'm saying nothing major, not alarm anybody, but if you're not well, that is, major. But oh God, my brother must be in the room because mom put his name up here. What's up, bro? Good morning. Even if you don't comment, Mama Java is going to make sure we know you here. Michelle D. Smith. As always, I thoroughly enjoy tuning into Java with Jimmy. Michelle, we're going to get back to you about that date. Saw a glimpse of the email, I'll be honest. Rob, they always find this emergency funding for things like this, but cry broke when it comes. 33,000 per student without other services provided. When they register for BPS, Domingos, is that what you're saying? Michael, in International Institute of New England, Rian Institute for Immigration, 2 groups I have helped with Afghan resettlement. They should be here too. There, you do need people with expertise. Has Massachusetts had situations like this? Pam and I think Kelly bring up the piece of there was a model with COVID. You know what I mean? It's just, let me say this. Remember in the beginning of the year, I had Coach Meg on and we talked about this thing of integration. It is not a defeatist attitude for us to sit back, similar to what the elected official I talked to said. Doesn't mean that we don't stop trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. The Monday, Chris, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the room. Doesn't mean that we just keep accepting and accepting and accepting. Hold on. This one I want to look at. Oh, that was that elected official. I thought they was giving me some updates. We're going to help. We're going to do what we do as a people. We're going to do what we do as a community. We just are. And it's figured out in the back end. But as I said to the mayor around Mass and Cass, to Rob's point, where was it? They always find, we know who they are, always find this emergency funding for things like this, but cry broke when it comes to helping our community. Now, these type of things are not just confined to Mora. Charlie, Mitt, they did it too in situations. This is cyclical. Always happens. When are we and how are we going to demand the off-ramp to being dumped on? And you know what? I just thought about something. I hear Heidi's point about saying being dumped on, but particularly in this case, I don't want to say dump in reference to the people. No, Heidi's not saying that. It was just because I'm talking about this situation and a little more macro in general. I just don't know what it's going to take for us to step into the power that we have with our unified. We may not be united, but we can be unified. There's a difference. Thank you, Uncle Thaddeus. To say here and no further. Any decision that's being made in the black and brown community, no, we need to. UCB, y'all gonna mess around and get 90 minutes today. Pray that doors will be open. Yes, Mother Java. Yes, Ma. Pray that doors will be open for these people, that their mental health will be well, that their health will be well, the children are well, and we elect folks that can't be paid off. Pam, if I was able to figure out how to convert the community centers into emergency food distribution centers overnight. And you know what, Pam, if they called you by Saturday morning, you would have to come on. That's just how we roll and what we do. Jesus Lord. All right. I got to get off of here, y'all, but I do want to end with some Black Joy. This stupid thing didn't finish sinking. I can't show y'all the videos. I can show you one, but before I get to that, and I have to go back to the birthdays before we go. So today is February 1st. Sorry to anyone that we did not acknowledge your birthday in January. Something happened. Nisa put a post up and folks responded with their birth dates. So first person I want to say is, because I've been saying this for about a week as she's letting us know that her birthday, I believe, is on Saturday. Nicole Hart. This is 100. Happy birthday to you, sister. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for being a part of the Java fam, for your support and coming in. I'm just going to find the posts that Anissa put up so I can get the February 1st people. So I really should just do this on the 1st. Rusty Pendleton, DJ, Rusty the Toe Jammer. His birthday is today. Happy birthday to him. Who else on the 1st? Anna M. Foster. Her birthday is tomorrow on the 2nd. Happy birthday to her. Who else on the 1st or the 2nd until we come back next week? Carla, Lashes by Carla. Happy birthday to you today. Freedom House's anniversary is this month. I think I got everybody. Y'all remember Uncle Thaddeus is on the 22nd. I think I got everybody for February 1st, February 2nd, February 3rd, February 4th. February 4th is Sunday, Saturday. Happy birthday to Emerson Foster as well. And I think that's it for the 1st through the 4th until we come back on Monday. So happy birthday to all the February 1st through 4th folks that are in the room. I just went on and did that there. Two other things. Yesterday, I've had June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. What's that, 8? I've had 8 conversations or 7 at WGBH. And yesterday was one of the most remarkable, impactful, authentic, real ones. I got the opportunity to speak with Joseph Bennett, Reverend Jeffrey Brown, and Naisha Deed about wrongful convictions and the impact, mental health impact on their lives. I encourage you to go check out that episode on the Java with Jimmy page. Go to that page instead of YouTube. GBH's YouTube. Go to Java with Jimmy's page. No, I'm messing. They got their numbers. I need those numbers. And if you do not and have not followed me on YouTube and subscribe, please do that. There's some things that YouTube wants to do with me, but they got their requirements. I need about another 100 people to go subscribe on YouTube. We got some behind the scenes content going on YouTube only soon, so stay tuned for that. Let me just get ready to, oh God, y'all went in. All right, all the wonderful birthdays. Happy, happy, happy. Nicole, this your year of change, sister. 40 is the number of change. So we're looking forward to all the wonderful change that is coming from you. Anissa, I was just talking about you. I hope I did well on the birthdays on Instagram, on the responses. I don't know what you have planned, but I covered the 1st through the 4th today. Hi, Anissa. I'm going to get in trouble. Smile, Jimmy, we love you. Thank you for being amazing vessel of connection for all of us. Oh, Pam, thank you. Ma, Jazz was amazing last night. It was. I can't get the stupid videos to show up, but I don't know what's going on. But here is one that I will show you. It's only about 20 seconds, but let me tell you something about these musicians down at Grace by Nia. Oh, and I guess I should make the announcement now. The end of this month, we will have our first and launch event at a brewery in Roxbury called Long Live Roxbury. I was approached a few weeks ago, said, hey, see what you're doing. Come chat with us. Went and had a chat with the brother. The man, when I say brother, he's not, not a black man. But the brother. And I say that because I sat with this man for 2 hours. We started the meeting. It was daylight. When we ended the meeting, it was dark. I was like, oh, shoot. And we share a lot of values, totally different upbringings, totally different backgrounds. But all of that to say that we are formerly in partnership with Long Live Roxbury. I'll be there tonight for their jazz night. It's going to be focused kind of a Bob Marley. That at least I can show on the screen. That flyer is available. Aggravated. I can't show y'all. I'm going to show y'all one video. But here is the information about tonight at Long Live Roxbury, over off of Hammond Street, right around the corner from Orchard Gardens. And so tonight, free admission, 6 p.m. Performances by Matt Jensen's Mix Up Reggae Jazz, Winston McCow, I know his parents, Bertram Lehman, Van Martin, and Matt Jensen. It will be hosted at Long Live Roxbury Brewery and Tap Room. And Lobster King is going to be in the building taking care of the vittles. So that is going on this evening starting at 6 p.m. at Long Live Roxbury. So we'll get the date out. We're going to have a monthly Java Cafe there. There's a few things. I put up a post a couple of weeks ago that we're moving in the promoter sort of space or whatever, but it is around definitely creating and increasing Black spaces, diversity, and unity. Diversity does include folks besides us. You know that, right? I know the bulk of diversity talks about more of us, but diversity does include everybody. So 6 to 10. Ma, how did you get on YouTube? I love you, Ma. He said, I love that brewery. Such a dope spot. Well, Keys, we're in partnership with them now. Shout out to Michael Feldman for giving this young man a chance. Let me tell y'all, God is good. It's Thankful Thursday. Mike, deep breath and stretch. You help us start a good day with sound mind on what's out there. Bless you, dude. Yo, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. All right, let's do it. I do know how to do it now. If I do it as often as I should, it's a different story. You know, the thing I noticed too is I'm stressed. My shoulders have been up. When I've just exhaled, I'm like, oh shoot. So anyway, and stretch. All right, thank you for joining Yoga with Jimmy. I seen something up here. Okay, that was different than what I thought. All right, I'm getting off of here, everyone. Oh, Ma just clapped me. She said, you tell us to subscribe on YouTube, so that's why I'm over here. I love you, Ma. All the time, God is good. Java glowing and growing, trying to. Stan, good to see you in the room. I thought I saw Stan. That's Sharon. Oh, I thought I saw Stan. Stan, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the room. Ma, thank you, Ma. Folks don't watch a lot over on YouTube unless it's a big event. That's why we're going to do some things only here. So shout out to Mama Java over on YouTube today. I'm getting off of here, y'all. I'm tired. Hi, Noob. I'm off of here, everyone. I got everybody. So don't forget tonight, Long Live Roxbury. At 6 o'clock, Lobster Kings will be there. I'm going to pop in for a little bit. And I think that is it for me. Today is Thursday. Today is my Friday. So we will see you guys on Monday. Thank you for tuning in. I can't download dog. I might not get up. I can't do the downward dog. I need to get private yoga lessons. Look at my look. UCB members, y'all get 90 minutes today. It's 10:04. I'm off of here, everyone. Thank you. If you're on Instagram and stayed on, it was acting up. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hopefully, when I get off of here, I can close out Instagram. We'll see what happens. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Everybody whose birthday is from today until Sunday. Happy days. More for you. Godspeed to you. And we will see you. They really sitting up here counting the time, Jesus. 10:04. Oh, 10:05. 10:04. 10:05. Hour and a half. 18 viewers right now. I don't know if that's YouTube. That's probably Facebook. It's actually 21 on my side, Key. Some people listening over on the James page. All right, I'm getting off of here. Sister Debbie, good to see you in the room. I thought I saw you earlier. Okay. I'm getting off of here for sure, everyone. Okay. Hush it, Sharon. Did y'all hear Reverend Brown call me Rev on WGBHS? Oh, I was so heated with him. I'm going to have to go get that clip. Put that out there. Thanks, Keys. All right, folks, I'm done. We will see you on Monday at 9 a.m. Have a great... Oh, I said I was going to show y'all the clip. Let me show y'all the one clip that is at least acting like it has some sense. This is the one. This is actually the young brother, Adonis Martin, of the Mastodonis Project, and also the musical director for Grace by Nia and some other ventures with Big Night Live. So he is a real humble. Oh, come on. He is a real humble type. You know what? Okay, there we go. There it is. All right. This is brother Adonis Martin killing. What song is that, y'all? All right, that was brother Adonis Martin. The other ones, they acting up and won't let me be great. Hold on. I'm seeing if the sync is working. I'm getting off of here. My phone just sat up here and said, would you like to sync? Y'all been syncing for the past hour. Don't y'all say one thing about Apple or iPhone. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to y'all on Monday at 9 a.m. Peace.